what it was like for you, especially seeing some of your old friends on the other side.
It was obviously different, but it felt normal though. It felt as regular as it can get, I guess I could say. But it was exciting to play with my teammates and seeing Colin do what he did. That was crazy. It's something that I definitely need to go back and watch on film. But it was a good night overall, and we played hard as heck and made the right plays down the stretch to win the game.
And you guys did it 1 through 8, all but one players going in double figures. What stood out to you about the team's performance, especially down the stretch, to make big plays?
How hard we consistently play, and how quick we get over mistakes. We don't really allow one mistake to affect the next, and I think that's key. And especially being a good defensive team, because teams like great teams like we played tonight with that type of scoring and firepower, you kind of have to have short memory. So the fact we were able to do that was a super plus.
Fedor?
Hey, Taurean, Chris Fedor, Cleveland.com. When was the last time you saw an individual performance like Colin tonight?
Probably last season, one of those games with Kyrie. I think it was his debut back in Brooklyn. It was something along these lines, just consistent, tireless scoring. It's always good to see, and it's always good to see other people do great. And you see the bench going crazy after every shot. It just shows you the camaraderie and how much other guys want to see other guys be successful.
All right, you brought it up. In any way, does Colin remind you of Kyrie since you played with Kyrie?
No, I think they're pretty different as far as play styles. But Colin is a type of point guard I've really never played with, as far as on the defensive end, and really just getting after it and setting the tone for us all around the board. And he stayed patient tonight. Honestly, he was stayed patient, and when it was his time to answer the call, he definitely answered it.
Spencer Davies, basketballnews.com. Taurean, last time we talked, you talk about bringing your veteran presence to this team when you come in. I'm just curious from your standpoint, when you were on the floor and when you were off the floor, observing what Isaac did in terms of guarding James Harden in the first half and holding him to 2 field goals there. What did you see in that matchup and how he was, staying in front of him, not falling for his usual moves and keeping him away from the rim?
It was impressive from the young fella. And usually you see guys kind of get happy feet guarding those type of caliber of players, but he was staying solid and sticking to his principles and definitely stuck to the game plan. And he definitely looked well prepared and focused out there. And that's really all you can ask out of a young guy.
And then for you and Jarrett to come in, you both closed the game tonight. What does that mean to you as somebody coming in here new to have the trust of the coaching staff right away?
Man, that means a lot. To whom much is given, much is required. So now I think me and J.A. and obviously the other guys as well, we got to go back to the drawing board and just try to stay as consistent as we can to keep and gain more trust going down the season.
Kelsey
Russo, The Athletic. Taurean, I know obviously this is your first game with the Cavs, but how does tonight's game and just the way you guys played just help, show the potential and help when you guys moving forward, just the potential that you guys do have just playing together on both ends of the floor?
I mean, it shows great potential. It shows what we're able to do, especially on the defensive floor. Like we lock in. I think that's what we're talking about most coming back into timeouts. And Larry being one of our great leaders is always talking to the young guys, letting us know what he feels. Same for me. And a lot of guys have a voice, and I think that's what allows us to stay as close as possible and trust each other and just believe in what each of us